she said. Bum 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 bum. There's no guitar. I do air guitar. No. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, I think I see it's because there's hello, 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 thing.
Who's a piano?
You're dancing.
Yes, yes. That's it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to our live stream, the Shush Shush Secret Time, where we get on once a week and tell you all the behind the secrets of our lives, the channel, and all that stuff. I am Tara. That is Natalie. Let's get this party started. We like to start this thing the same way every time by saying hi to you guys in the chat. So if you're out there in the chat, say hi. Natalie will back up and say hi to you, even if you've already gone. I've seen a couple people have already been in and out. And then we'll start talking about life.
Oh, I should have used that setting. I used a different setting this time.
Oh no.
I used that live performance audio that was beta.
Oh, beta.
It's so windy here. It is so windy. Okay. Hi everybody. Let's see who is here. Ooh, I should have made this bigger because my eyes don't work so good. Actually, I can read it though today. We'll deal with that in a second. Okay. Hello, David Faith. Hello, hello, hello. Mighty Guitar Mods. Hello. Yes, I'm on live chat. Live bums. That's live
chat.
bums. We almost forgot about the bums, so that's okay.
Yep.
Unitless Constance.
Hi.
Hello. Shannon West. Hi. I need a man who cooks. A man who takes care of my car, a man who does my yard work, a house maintenance. They don't have to know each other. I like it. I like it.
That's not
Ed Keaton, howdy, howdy, howdy. Ed Keaton's brother, Lito's in the hospital, so we got thoughts and prayers going out to Lito. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, sorry.
I hope everything turns out okay. Tell him we said hello when you talk to him. Jack Boots, hello. Desiree Gonzalez, hi and bye. Not home and the cell tower is too far away. See you later, Desiree.
Bye, Desiree.
Debbie Lehrman, hello, and how y'all doing? And there's a lot of fall little leaves there. Leaves falling. Kobe Corbin, hello. I can only stay a minute, which everyone's just in and out today. My people come, what is it? My people come and go so quickly here. It's Wizard of Oz. Stephen Brown, hello. Peeps. Ben, hello. No sign of fall here. It was 90 degrees yesterday. Fall is literally rolling in right now. That's what that wind is. As we speak, it is coming into town.
Yeah.
I think I got these people. Steve, spay, neuter, and barbecue. Oh, okay. I guess that's better than a rock and roll band. You're doing good for the world there. I think I got everybody there. Hello.
Welcome to the party. It's been I know I'm sitting here, my sinuses are going nuts. There's just I got all the windows open, but that's probably a bad idea. Welcome. We have had some crazy weeks in our personal lives. Like you revisited the Bryce Canyon with the mom, the mother. That's
crazy. That's just crazy talk.
Well, I mean, it's like you've just been busy. There's been
well, no, my mom visited, and so that just means that you're just busy, not busy. Like
how is it?
I'm kind of busy, but
I meant to ask you before, and if there are any stories to share from your adventures from the Bryce Canyon.
No, Bryce Canyon's not that big. It's not that it's not unless you're going to go seriously hiking, which no one wants to do. Like, no one, like when we went to Bryce, we went on
Yeah.
horsebacks
Yeah.
and we didn't have to do any of the walking.
Right.
But those same trails that the horses were going down, that's the trails that you hike.
Okay.
And so that is the majority of the trails are that. And neither my mom, my stepdad, or myself are in any condition to be doing that. Actually, I was glad that we weren't planning on doing it because I woke up and was that morning I walked up and down the stairs and my knee was starting to act up. I'm like,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
really just angles. That's the only time that knee starts to
Yeah.
give me problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
were like, mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Steve, he's like, we're located in Springfield, spay, neuter, and barbecue. Gross.
Gross. Get out of here with that, Steve. Get out of here. That's fun. I was cleaning out so the boyfriend moved in this last week, which has just been chaos. It's like there's so much stuff in this house right now. And it's not moving, it's the merging of things. It's so
Oh, yeah.
hard to merging worlds. So like things have to go in order to make space. So one of the things that unfortunately is going to go, I pulled out the my end table that you and I refinished for that episode.
Oh, yeah.
I almost took a picture. I might just do it. I'm gonna take a picture of it before I put it on the curb and be like, goodbye,
Goodbye.
end table that I refinished and now is incredibly dirty. Thank you for
Oh,
your
wow.
service. Yeah, I was like, old episode. Like I keep coming across old episode stuff. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this old episode thing. So I may start posting those before I say goodbye to them.
Hi,
Okay.
James. Hi, David.
Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
Justice.
my mom left yesterday, and then I had the little realization. I was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to leave in a week. Less than a week now, because it's supposed to be I'm leaving in a week for a 2 week trip, a week and a half. And I was like, like, not that there's that much to do, but the problem is we're going to Gig Harbor where it is high 60s is what the temperature is going to be during the day. Hits like 69 during the day, which means, and all of the parties are outside at night. So it
Yeah.
always gets a little chilly. And like, I'm like, and we've been there enough times and I don't own enough winter clothing
Right.
that all of my winter clothing has been in episodes. Oh, we're not filming though, but pictures. It's still the pictures.
It's still the pictures. We're still doing live streams and Q&As and stuff. So we're
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I went through this morning anyway, point of that is that all of those clothings,
Mhm.
articles of clothing are in storage.
Yeah, and the rule that we learned from Justin about clothes does not necessarily apply for filming. When a boy likes you in an outfit, they're just going to
Oh,
wear it again.
yeah.
Doesn't necessarily apply for filming.
No, I mean, so I think I'm gonna recycle some of the things from Ojai
Okay, yeah,
because I was like, there's a couple like that leather dress that has the thing on it. I'm like, that didn't make it on camera enough for me
yeah.
to not use it for this.
I have this
Maybe.
crazy leather pants, and the pants aren't crazy. It's the top. It's this like over the top 1980s style beaded shirt, like or sweater that I love, but it is heavy. So I don't know if
Yeah.
I can bring it because I think it just take up too much weight in my suitcase.
Oh, yeah.
It's kitschy. It looks like an old woman to me because that's what adults were wearing when I was a kid. And I want to wear it on a red carpet, like
Oh, yeah.
almost like a not an earnest. What is it? Ironically, I want to wear ironically on a red carpet sometimes 'cause I just think it's so fun, but it's so heavy. I don't think I can bring it. The leather pants, yes. This thing, like when it was a couple of items that my aunt had sent me for Christmas last year. And this bag I got, I knew she always sends me clothes, always. But I got this bag, I'm like, and everything is beaded in it. I'm like, what did it weighed so much. I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
what could this possibly be? It's so freaking heavy. And it was all beaded
Yeah.
top. Oh my God, they're so heavy. And the beads fall off them all the time. They're constantly falling off. So like I could wear it to an event and by the time I'm
Tara's
done,
walking around and suddenly you're tap, 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 tap.
tap, 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 all that until I get done and like it's half empty at that point.
Yeah.
Life happens. Anyways.
But yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's the biggest thing is I have to go find these boxes in storage, and that means in between now and then I need to change out what's in my closet. I need to get rid of, I need to do the cycle of, it's going to be a high of, I mean, not a high. The low tonight is 48 overnight. And so tomorrow's supposed to get up to a high, I think I said 69. I don't know.
Okay.
Like there's some system coming through. It's going to go away. It's going to be fine. But I was actually saying it's good because now I'll get to know what 69, shut up, guys. I'll get to know what that temperature feels like.
How you caught yourself? I wouldn't have.
I know you wouldn't have. I'll
would've
get to
gone
know
straight
what
for
that specific temperature feels like so then I can decide what things need to go with me on this trip.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's always hard. We normally go from, I was just saying this, we normally go from LA to Dubuque or into Gig. And the idea, it's like a 20-degree difference, you know, and
Yeah.
you're going, I don't even know how to think
I
about 20
yeah, I
degrees.
can't
Yeah,
conceptualize. I've never been good at that. I'm like, I don't.
no, I can go,
Yeah.
oh, 5 more degrees. Okay, I would need a light jacket or, oh, I would need it, you know, but 20 degrees. And I'm like, it's gotta be coats. Everything is coats. Like, I'm gonna be freezing.
Yeah, if you tell me the temperature is going to be like, 65, prepare for 65. I don't know what that means. Like I can't do it. Like I have
Yeah,
to ask you, Natalie, what are you wearing? And I just make my things match in style and whatever. That's why I always ask you because like I can't conceptualize it.
yeah,
So I just go, "Oh, Natalie's wearing a sweater dress, then I should find a sweater dress." Only because I'm like, I'll be warm. Like that's
yeah.
the appropriate thing to wear. Oh, you're gonna wear a jacket and a layer? Okay, I will find a thing that has a
I will find layers. Yeah,
whenever I ask you what you're wearing, I'm asking for temperature, not style. I don't care about that. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
color. Make sure I don't wear your same color palette, which you and I always pick a separate color palette every time we do this, like just by sheer happenstance. But
yeah,
also, but I think I'm gonna do thick, real thick leggings or
yeah.
dresses. Is gonna be by the way because I don't know what to wear either.
Steve Spayanuder says extra cash for the offensive name today. I tried to change it to a kinder and gentler handle, but YouTube guidelines only allowed one per week. Thank
Oh,
you for the super chat.
I'm gonna give you a
I like
heart.
that. Oh yeah, the little thumbs up that are starting to hit that. Oh, you guys are you're funny, son.
How
You're
do
funny, Steve.
I want to pin it just because I think it's funny. Can I pin you?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put you in timeout. No, no, no. Oh, it won't let me. Add as a moderator. I'm gonna let you be the moderator today. Uh,
Did you?
no, 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 no.
It's like, how dare? No.
That's a full meeting. Everybody has to turn for the meeting first. I thought there was a way to pin these. Oh
It
well.
was. There was a pin way to pin it.
Anyway,
Weird.
I'd be unsurprised if they took it away. They do that. They're,
Oh, I'm gonna
they're
turn the timestamps on. What is turning on moderation? Oh, why is that off? Huh.
channel activity. I want to look at your channel activity, Steve.
Weird.
Anyway,
Okay, there's always something changing on the back end of this that we don't know on.
right?
There's a thing on there that's moderation activity that's turned off. And I
Uh-huh.
think that's how we see if a moderator's doing something. Like if they've, I'm going to turn it on. Let's see what happens. I don't think there's a mod. We don't have a mod today, so it doesn't.
This is how does YouTube work corner. This corner is our weekly session where we go, oh, look at this new thing we have in the chat. How
Yeah.
fun.
Still
Amazing.
can't pin it though. That's just
Oh, that's
that's
so stupid. Because okay, now I can't see the chat at all. Whatever I did. Okay, no.
whatever I did.
Whatever I did is just ruined my chat. Anyways. Oh yeah, so we're sliding right into business time since we're talking about gig. We're going to Gig Harbor. When is that? Next week?
We're going on Thursday of next week.
Yeah, that's like wow, that's next week. September is truly over. We're going to Gig Harbor next week, which means we're going to be doing a lot of our social media stuff. So we'll be on our
Yeah.
Instagram account. We'll probably be I don't know, you'll have to tell me if we're going to be popping up on their Instagram account for the Q&As and stuff or not.
I think we're just going to do it like we did last time and just take over their account.
Okay, cool. So we're
Wait
going
a
to
minute. We're going to take over their account. I am their account. So that's
I
actually
know.
the old.
That's why I didn't say the phraseology. I was like, I don't know how to phrase this now.
Yeah, I think actually I had thought about that and I think maybe we do it from ours and just collab everything.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Just so little inside baseball, just so they don't think I just want some separation of like my professionality.
For separation of church and state. Got it. No, that worked for me.
I don't
Okay.
want it to be official Gig Harbor stuff that we're doing, but I want it to be official Gig Harbor stuff.
Right. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of Gig Harbor stuff rolling out through our account that will be collabing with the Gig Harbor. If you haven't followed Gig Harbor already, do us a solid and go follow them on Instagram if you're an Instagram person. Just so it makes us look good. It makes it look like we did things for them. Like, we're doing the thing. So you'll see a lot of content coming out from us next week. We
The
have an
weekend.
episode.
Yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I just realized we also have an episode coming out next Friday too.
Shut your mouth. Do we decide what I'm doing? No, we never decided.
Ooh, we didn't decide.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do all the pumpkin spicy
Oh, that's right.
alcohols.
Yeah. Okay. So there'll be
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly.
Shut your mouth. That's an easy one.
Wait, it was
We're having issues with where I can film. I
Yeah.
can film right here, right now.
Inside Baseball. Okay, so there'll be no episode this week coming out. We will have an episode in the midst of all of our Gig Harbor. We will have an episode coming out next week. As of right now, and this could change because you know how the rules of this world work. We do what we want.
There are no rules.
It could change and we won't announce it, and you'll just find out that all of a sudden Natalie is now going on some kind of skyrocket trip. I don't know. As of right now, less exciting. Natalie's gonna be trying all these pumpkin alcohols that she saw. Like,
I'm gonna make butter. The silliest thing that's ever happened on this channel to me was the day we were supposed to go in a rocket chair.
that's
And we
right.
went upside down,
Instead-
passing out in a chair, and then instead we had to switch to making butter because of what I don't even remember. Like we couldn't find it was closed, or
I forgot that that was a switch.
it was such a lateral move
But also like the butter making was such a game changing like
for my
break.
life.
Yeah. I'm making
life.
cheese now because of it. Like it was such a game changer for me that like that's as good as passing out in a chair as far as I'm concerned. Like as far as my life changing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make someone a moderator. These guys are getting a little rowdy. Now that they realize there's not a moderator here, who needs power right now? Does anybody feel like they need some responsibility?
We have responsibility right now. No one's here to watch us or guard us or protect us from ourselves, from each other, from you guys. There's
Justin shaved his head last night. So every once in a while, Justin just in the middle of the night
Why
decides
is
to
it
shave
always
his
in the
head.
middle of the night? Why does he?
Because I don't know. His hair will be bothering him. Like I did notice yesterday, like his hair was really long, and I'm like, he needs a haircut. And then I wake up this morning and there's a bald man next to me. And I was like,
I can deal with
and
that.
I actually gasped. I did because I like turned. He started to get up, and I rolled this way to look. And as he's walking out of the room, I see I went. I was like, "You shaved your head," but it was just initial like.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I don't know. Yeah, that would be a weird one for me to wake up to. Like, I don't know how I would be like.
I mean, if I hadn't seen him so many times with his head shaved, like
that's-
when
that's-
Justin and I were before Justin and I dated, and when Justin and I were first dating, for the first 5-6 years, Justin shaved his head once a year.
That's right. That's right.
And so like this person I recognize, it's not, but it was, but it's been, I don't think I think he might've shaved it once during the pandemic, if I remember right. I think he did the same thing. Once since we lived in the Culver house, he in the middle of the night shaved his head. So
I know you did a really cool.
I did that
Mark-
Jeremy Renner
Yeah.
faux hawk once.
I liked the faux hawk. That was a fun time. I was like, that's fun. That's a great look.
Oh my gosh. So Shannon West's message is being held for review. I'm going to show it.
Oh, show it.
Now Justin's, yeah, she said now Justin's head looks like a half buttocks.
When Brian and I started dating, he was like a light 2 o'clock shadow, just like a little bit, which I like. I like that. Now he's got almost like a full beard going on. I'm like, this isn't what I signed up for. Like, I got tricked.
But hey, at least you met him with no beard, so you know what he looks like.
That's true. I know it's
That's
and that's the thing is like, I feel, and I've said this to his face, so I'm allowed to say it behind his back. I feel what's under there is way more attractive than what's growing out. Cause like he loses all shape of his face, and he has these really cute little dimples right here, and like this really cute structure to his cheekbones and stuff, but it all gets lost under a beard, and especially on camera, like it's just not as.
So, I mean, I said that to Justin once or twice. Like, I liked his hair a little bit shorter. I don't care,
Yeah.
but he likes my hair longer. And I always would say, unless you want me to cut mine,
Mhm.
cut that.
Right. Yeah.
Either you cut yours or I chop all of mine off. So if you want me to keep all this,
Oh, I'm not afraid. I've done
I'm
it.
not ready. I'll do it. You want it to stay red? Oh, you better trim that.
Like I am so he can look however he wants. He can do his hair however he wants, but I give my 2 cents readily. I'm like,
I
I
have
just
many
think
cents and I leave them wherever I want to.
I just here's my 2 cents on the counter with the other 2 cents I gave yesterday and the day before. I like you better with a little less facial cha cha cha. And it's not like it's a lot more, but it's noticeably more than
How
when we
fast does it grow? Does his hair grow fast? His facial hair?
it does, and that's the
Yeah.
issue is that he's just being a little he's like feeling lazy these days because he's so
Yeah.
busy and like he's so stretched thin with all the stuff he's doing with
But that's the last thing you want to have to worry about.
I get it, and I get it, and I'm like, I don't want to stress you out, but like, but your face is so cute. You got a good face. Guys without good face or good jawlines, like I get it. You got to make a
Well,
jaw.
here's the thing then. You should put this into the rotation of conversation. Put these 2 cents down on the table, okay? Is that he's not always going to have a good face. He's going to get old. I mean, he's going to look good. He's going to be attractive. Obviously, he'll be handsome, but he's going to get older.
You
And then you're
promised
going to want to hide that behind the beard. So for now, you should show off that face.
show off this
If
great.
I could grow a beard and hide these jowls, I would.
What? Yeah, he promised me the other night he would age like Harrison Ford, and I will take that to the bank.
Absolutely.
I was
I
watching.
looked over at Justin this morning because so he shaved his head. He looks younger because his hair was, it was gray. His hair's
Oh,
mostly gray now. But so he shaved his head. He looks young, and I was like, "You look younger." And then I was looking at his forehead. I'm like, "You don't have any forehead wrinkles. Like you're 5 years older than I am." He's got like the starts, right, like right here, and I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Like
rude,
mine are there. Like I'm five
rude.
years younger than he is, and mine. We both have giant foreheads though, so
Okay, that's rude.
yeah.
I think I'm 6 years older than Brian. I had to date down, guys, because men my age don't have the same energy level as I do, and it makes me crazy. So I have to date. I've dated younger a lot, actually. Now that I think about it, like most of the men I've dated have been younger. Anyways,
I've never dated a guy younger than me.
it wasn't until the divorce. It was all before. I always liked older guys, and then after the divorce, like I would I would start chatting with older guys, and I'm like, and we're chatting. I'm like, do you want to go do this or go on a hike or go on this or do? And I'm like, I have all this freaking energy all the time, and they're
Hmm.
like, yeah, no, 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 no. I'm like, oh, I really need, and I wasn't really paying attention when Brian and I were first talking because I think like I just assumed he was my age. I just assume everyone's my age.
Hmm.
So, and now I realize like, oh, it's because I have so much freaking energy all day. Greg Phillips helping out neighbors this week by repairing fences in Dovecote. I'm gonna go if that's right. Another neighbor has been feeding the wild pheasants 2 more weeks, and they are fair game. Ooh, that's fun. Arrow rifle.
Rifle clean and ready.
Thank you so much, Greg
Ooh.
Phillips. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. Where's the heart? I'm gonna give you a heart, and we're done. Uh,
Yeah,
honestly,
I've never, I mean, not that I don't normally date. I mean, I think, well, that's not really true.
what's
Dated a
that
guy
true?
in high school that was way older than I was. But I was
Yeah.
gonna say Justin's the biggest age gap, which is only 5 years.
Oh,
But
okay.
but I was gonna say
Yeah.
that was the biggest age gap, but I was like, no, that wasn't true.
Well, you
We
remember
had
like before Brandon, I was dating, and every time it was a guy who was like up there, older, and I don't. It just would happen. Like it would just be like there was some Scottish or Irish guy that was like 10 years my senior. He was a stunt guy. That I was like, how do I keep dating older? Like it just
yeah.
kept happening. It just was. It wasn't like I was like, ooh, I got daddy issues and I got to work it out with. Well, maybe I did. I don't know.
Okay, wait, no, here's the real issue, because now that we're doing the math on this, they probably were always the exact same age.
I I am.
You've always been attracted to 35-year-old men.
That's probably what it
Like,
is. That's what it is. I'm gonna get rid of Brian in a couple of years.
you're going to turn into a
Yeah,
Leonardo DiCaprio, and as
that's
soon
what I
as
was gonna say.
they,
I'm Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's
yeah,
always the same. Always the same. I always like a man.
Shannon's leaving. Bye.
I always like a man who's like doing the last throes of becoming a man. I've realized that mid 30s men, and I've watched so many guys do this, in my opinion, no one fight me on this. Um, it's always like you're growing into a man, the last stars of being a guy or a dude, and now you're becoming the man you're going to become. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But I've watched so many men do this at this point where they like grow into a man at 35 and they're like, why is life so
Yeah.
hard right now? It's like because you're becoming a man right now. Like you're finally doing it. You're doing the thing.
We already did this. We did this at 18, okay? No,
Exactly. No,
ours is 25.
we did this
We
at
went through the
12.
party phase of
Yeah.
21 through 25, and then we go,
Yeah,
okay, this isn't
probably.
fun anymore.
And then we like shape the person that you're going to become. Whether that's good or bad is neither here nor there. Who cares? It's just that, hey, you could go through the change, I'm gonna call it, and become a
The
total
change.
rat piece of a human. But still you did the change and became the person you're gonna be for the next 40 years.
Ben says, I agree with Tara. 35 is truly our 18. Yeah,
Yeah.
up until then, you're still only 16. I don't understand.
I watched
Like,
so many guys do
every
it.
man under 35 is 16.
And that's what it is. I like them when they finally become a man.
When they turn 18.
I like watching them go through the change, the emotional shift. I don't know. I meant to ask you before the live stream, so I'm not trying to pimp you out here, but did you have a comment from the Suet episode for comment of the week?
You know, it's possible. I don't remember. I have
Take
to
a
go
look.
through my screenshots and see if I snagged anything.
Every
That's
week
how
I
I know.
try to ask you ahead of time, so I'm not just being like, hey,
Okay, we'll find out right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go into my gallery. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
go over the
they're
screenshots.
very professional.
This is all pictures of clothing that I was gonna wear to different festivals and didn't. So these are
Oh,
old. I was going
oh,
through. I'm gonna wear this dress this time. Okay, this is going way back. I got a backpack on in this picture
oh
because I
my
was
God.
trying on. Yeah. Okay.
I
All
can
right.
check our old photos from previous gig
There you
files.
go.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I do have a comment. It has nothing to do with this episode, though.
Okay.
This is from Army Rations, French Army Rations. Comment of the week is going to, and this is a thing I'm not enjoying about YouTube. Side complaint about YouTube bar. They on these comments that I get, the name that's there is not your handle. It's your at whatever it
Yeah.
is. So sometimes I'm not sure if it's someone like I'm like, I think that might be so and so, but I don't recognize that part of their name. Like Summer Test, his always says Summer Test, no matter what he's changed his name to. But other people, I don't know what your original Jack Boots's original at is something different. And I'm like, I have to like interpret it. Anyway, this person I don't recognize. And I'm guessing that they've never been here before by this comment. But it is D. Decker Bernard 6962 said on French Rations, typical stupid American home wife not knowing about anything what they talk about out of cornflakes and beer. What's the point of listening to what they say?
Sir, what is the point of your poorly written comment?
I was gonna say you don't understand us because you don't speak English, but
Yeah, right back at you, buddy.
but I like the idea that like the typical I just loved
Typical.
this typical American housewife out of cornflakes and beer. And I just loved that idea that is what you think about Americans is
Yeah.
that they all like cornflakes and beer. And I was like, this is really cool, actually. This
That's-
insight into
Yeah.
what France thinks of American housewives is that we're pouring cornflakes with, and I think we're mixing the beer in there.
Apparently.
Like,
Yeah. Well, and like I love that the perception that they think we're housewives. Like, yeah, cool.
that we're the typical American housewife.
So I am so sorry. We are the outliers of society here. Just so
Yeah.
hey Lita, welcome.
There was another good comment today. I didn't actually get to read it all. It was one of those that like was long and it popped up in my feed, but I didn't get to click on it. It was while I was coming here. Someone
Yeah.
was telling me I shouldn't be embarrassed about not going to get the suet, and
Good.
well, yeah, I was embarrassed about getting but I didn't get to read the rest of it. I don't know why I shouldn't be,
Yeah. If you
but I
didn't
shouldn't. We should give ourselves some grace, is what it said. And I've
Grace.
been big on like you need to give yourself and others grace in the last
Yeah.
like year. That's been my
We all have our isms and our things. Like, everyone gets everyone. You
Yeah.
just you know who you are. Like I forget what happened, but I've had this motto for a long time. It's just know who your friends are. Just know what they're like and who they are. Like we have a certain friend that is always late to anything, and also 50% chance we cancel. And I just know that about this, and it's fine. I'm
And
not
you've
mad.
accepted it, so your expectations are where they are.
It's
And
just
you don't get upset, you don't get mad, you don't get, yeah.
no, I know. And if it's something that is a deal breaker, like a boundary crossing deal breaker, well then instead of continuing to fight up that uphill battle, just be like, cool, later days,
Yeah.
whatever.
Greg says Britons like cornflakes and beer also.
Well
Okay, he
then
says at least this one. All right, okay.
French can get out of here.
I didn't know, are cornflakes an American thing? Is that an American invention?
Yeah,
I would assume not. I would assume nothing is an American
I
invention
know,
besides.
right? No, it was invented by Kellogg as like a way to keep you from they were very obsessed with health, overall health. They're like vegetarian level healthy, and it was a way to like it was a breakfast food, and also like they were trying to keep people from taking care of themselves. And this is one of the things that they wanted you to eat to help with that. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Kellogg, the history of Kellogg and cornflakes and all that stuff is
Why
like
do you know that?
because I'm like Max Miller and I deep dive on the weirdest food related things. Like
How do you know that?
yeah, and actually cornflakes was like a yeah, abstinence. Cornflakes was an accident. They were trying to make something else and they wound up leaving the cornmeal out overnight, and they came back and it was all crumbly and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this is tasty."
Which the reason my face went all weird while you're telling it, because it's so similar to remember the Weetabix story and how
Yeah.
like breakfast cereal started in general. And I was like, are you getting this conflated? And then you took a
No.
turn that I didn't see
Oh,
coming.
no. But it all was happening around the same time, with the same objectives in mind. Like Kellogg had this huge like grounds, like a house and grounds, and people would come there to like
Wait a minute, but what did you said? What do you mean like to keep you from taking care of yourself is the word just came out of your mouth. And I don't understand what that even means.
masturbation. Like don't they wanted you to like yeah, and this was all connected for them. It was very unusual.
Cornflakes were going to stop you from masturbating?
Yeah, basically. There was like I forget how it all their weird concepts of it, but like it was very much like you're not there's like you it was all about being pure and you weren't you ate it was a whole thing.
Were you
Oh,
supposed to then also, okay, so like all those things, it was basically trying to keep you from, you not keep you from, you were supposed to stop indulging in everything,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So like no meat, no whatever, things that were pleasurable.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Didn't
Yeah.
have
I know.
masturbating cornflakes on my bingo card today.
To monetize. No, I mean like
They're going to take Steve's money.
there's a great movie about it called The Road to Wellville. I think that's where this kind of started. I was like, wait, what? I watched this movie. It's got Matthew Broderick in it. And I was a huge Matthew Broderick fan, which is why I watched it. And it's about Kellogg. But like I think it's like not real. Like I think it's a conflated history. But anyways, I wound up deep diving on Kellogg because of this movie. Because it was just like I'm like, this is wild and weird. This can't possibly be true. Oh
A
wait.
completely side note to that. The sentence to stop you from taking care of yourself would have never in my mind gone to pleasuring yourself. Like taking care of yourself was a much different element of the world. Like you mean like shaving and washing my armpits? Like
Self-care. That's self-care. Well, I mean that is self-care.
self-care. But yes, even I was never gonna there I would never
I know.
thread that
I was
needle.
trying to find like a less exciting way to put it so that the chat didn't go nuts while I'm saying words.
Well, you went so that I was like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like they want you to die. Like I was like, were they trying? That's where I went. Well, they were trying to like malnourish you. I thought was what you were saying. They wanted people to die.
A full-on Victorian, like they wrote when they would write things in like Victorian era and stuff, you have to like suss through like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Like, I'm sure the word chum, your friend, your chum, actually comes from in the Victorian era. There's a term called chumming, which is when you're very good friends with your female friends. And this was very acceptable because you weren't allowed to do this with men, but you could with women, and it was to prepare you for marriage. And this is not correct. I just did this wrong. Did the quotes wrong. I need to make my TikTok about it.
Prepare you. For marriage.
Yeah. And it was called chumming, and it was very acceptable. Like they're just like, oh yeah, they're chums. They're chumming together.
Interesting, interesting.
Oh, are
Did
you
not,
now?
did not know that.
So on the one hand, you had chumming, and on the other, you had cornflakes, and the life was just wild. And the invention of pornography. It was a wild time, guys.
I didn't know. I just did not expect this morning. I did not, you know. My Saints are doing well.
Anyways, football time. Enough of that. Football time.
They are. I mean, if you care, the Saints are doing really well. I mean, it's 2 games, but they kicked patootie, both of them, and we weren't really expecting that. So I'm in.
All right.
Kick the Cowboys' butts this week.
Are we at the very start? I have not been paying attention.
Yeah, we're in week 2.
Week 2.
We're
Okay.
in week 2.
Yeah,
Justin and I lost. The Lemurs lost really pathetically last week,
yeah.
and we're gonna win fairly well this week. But we lost really pathetically last week.
Yeah. This house is about to become much more of a football house. I can now watch football. I now have it. Brian's a Broncos fan.
Broncos fan.
Yeah, he's
I
from.
think they lost.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
close to it. I was saying yesterday, the Broncos have the Saints old coach, whom I love. And there were for a minute they don't have Russell Wilson, but for a minute I don't think they do. For a minute they had Russell Wilson, who I wanted to come and replace Drew Brees over on the Saints, and he's not doing well, so I guess it was for the best.
Yeah.
But then also because Sean Payton was there, he started picking up old Saints players. I think my kicker was there for a minute, and so I was like, am I gonna have to become? And Justin's a Broncos fan, so I'm like, am I gonna become a Broncos fan? Like, I mean, not for real. I mean, I'm obviously still a Saints fan, but
I'm gonna go with my
also
Rams to the bitter end, but
Broncos.
yeah. I mean, he's also a huge, huge Dodger fan. The amount of Dodger t-shirts in this man's closet, I'm like, oh, I like started organizing the clothes, and I'm like, there's so many like, you don't need any more Dodger shirts. You have enough to wear one every day for the year.
Lies.
You're good. Don't tell. We have Dodger artwork on the walls now, like Dodger, like it's everywhere, and it's a third of the collection right now. It's so
Oh wow.
yeah. So we're you'd be in good company if you joined the Broncos way of life.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm about to learn a lot more about football than I ever knew because now I got it living in my house.
Oh, it was so cute. So my parents were over yesterday, and it was one of those where, the Saints were playing in the morning, and my mom has, normally she has Saints tickets. I mean, she has season tickets to the Saints, so she goes normally. And she's like, well, we can watch the Saints game together on Monday morning or Sunday morning. And I was like, where? Like there's not really a sports bar in town. Like there's an Applebee's.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing it upstairs, but then and Shannon grew up a Cowboys fan. He doesn't pay attention to football as much anymore, but it's because no one in his family cared for it. So now he's excited. We sat and watched games together anyway last night. But Gunnar was like so into this fantasy football thing. He wanted me to explain every moment of it. And I was like, okay, so I have the computer out and I'm showing the team, and Shannon looks over, he's like, do you guys have a team together now? Because I just like, and then this, and he's like, well, wait, but what is your bench? And I was like, oh, well, we have these. And I was like, he's like, well, can I see everybody's logos? And then he wanted to see everybody's logos. And I was like, yeah, Gunner's going to end up in the league. I'm just,
Hey, Ryan, welcome.
Hey, Ryan.
Ryan says, so Shush Shush is happening on Mondays, but exploded. We moved the Shush Shush officially to Mondays for the time being. So far, it's been about a month or two of this. 2 months. We're enjoying it. We're liking it so far. The change has been working out very well for us. Little easier on the scheduling. So, but welcome. I'm glad that you found us. I'm glad that. Sorry, my marketing didn't reach you sooner.
Yes, welcome. I'm glad you're here now. We can begin. We were waiting.
We've been waiting for weeks for you. All right, joke corner is happening in 8 minutes. I will take your football jokes because football season is upon us. Let's go for it. Football jokes. 10 minutes to cornflake corner.
Ew.
I think we'll leave cornflake corner where it is. Candle corner, though. I do want to briefly visit Candle Corner. You're back at the farmer's market this weekend?
Yeah, I took this weekend off, took my family to Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, but I made, because I knew I was going to be busy all week, I made a bunch of fall candles. And it's kind of weird too. When I first started, there was like, it's figuring out how to make green that I like, how to make blue that I like. And there was a lot of trial and error of like, I really hate this blue. I really hate this pink. The first time I made pink and I made rose, I hated it. Like the scent and the color. And then now it's one of my best sellers. So it was a matter of just like dialing it in.
Yeah.
But then we're back there because now all the colors are shifting and it's all new scents. And I'm like, I don't like that orange at all. And I'm gonna have to dial in on orange for, but I've only, but this window's very small.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm doing darker colors. I just started adding black chips to everything. And then I'm like, oh, I don't like that scent. And I do like that one, but now I have candles that will probably not sell. I'm
Mm,
looking at them. That's what they're right there.
right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
but when Christmas time comes around,
that one's gonna be easy.
mint chocolate chip or peppermint mocha. Sorry, peppermint
Yeah,
mocha.
peppermint mocha.
Oh, I want peppermint mocha.
Yeah, this I didn't like the way this orange turned. This I was trying to like kind of match up with this
Yeah.
color on the side, and it just didn't, sorry, the focus is way back here. Um, this is a good smell though. This was the first one I did, and I kind of liked it, and I was trying to make it more brown just so it matched the mug too. This
Yeah.
dial, but the suet candles,
Yeah.
the good news was, so I hung one out, so I sold one at the market, the little
Right.
teacup one.
Yeah.
And then hung one up outside afterwards because I knew I was going to have the week off. I was like, let's see if the birds eat it.
Yeah.
And I never saw a bird on it. I put it right next to a loose bird feeder too, so there were already birds there, but I
Okay.
don't think they're tiny birds. It's supposed to, like, some of the mix is supposed to do blue jays and woodpeckers and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
know if we have woodpeckers out here. We have blue jays though. So I never saw the bird on it, but I came back and it was definitely picked at. Um, a lot of the seed was pulled out of it. So I'm just going to repurpose. I mean,
Yeah.
pull that one. And these
That's
are all going to be made into, look, this one's going to be, I found this mug. I'm going to make this one into one. Oh, you can't, it's on this side.
I
I made
love
this one into,
that.
but this is good because it's too
Gorgeous.
thin to put a candle in. And I don't like ones that have like a rim on them to make a candle out of. So now there's like this new, like, oh, that one
Yeah.
will make a
Oh,
good.
that's absolutely gorgeous. I
But that's
love
probably
that.
all I'll make. I probably won't make more because I can only sell in the winter anyway.
Right. Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. I have this crow thing. I'm looking for the crow right now. I hear it more often now. I want to put a shelf up right outside this window so that I can put snacks and trinkets. I put
Uh-huh.
out little
Yeah.
treasures and snacks for it, and I came back and the treasures were gone. The snacks I knew I would go because of the
Yeah.
squirrels
But the treasures.
were gone. So I'm like, okay, we're in. And crows are. I've been listening to crow talk, and like people talking about crows and crow nature and
Not just listening to crows chatter.
not just them chatter, like people talking about crows and crows, whatever. And they're very smart. They remember stuff really easily. So I'm like, okay, I just hope he remembers that in like a week's time. I'm gonna figure
You're the
out.
trinket lady.
I'm gonna put this shelf up so that I can see them and we can chat. I'm about to have crow friends, guys. We're getting there. Yeah,
Mm.
it's definitely allergies for sure. I'm dying here. It's that time of the year, and also
Yeah, Ryan. No, I don't have an Etsy. Actually, I think I might try to do. I was thinking about the new problem of trying to do candles via and sell them. I was like, oh, I could just sell them via Venmo or whatever. So, okay, this was what I was thinking. I could make the candles. They're not available for, I'll post them on Instagram. They're
yeah,
not available for online sale until Sunday morning. So
okay,
I'm bringing them to the market. If they don't sell at the market, then they're, and I'll take down I'll mark the ones that are sold, blah, blah. But then the new issue was shipping them in the summer. I don't want to have to deal with the fact that they could melt on the way there.
right, yeah, and
And
just
so,
shipping period is
yeah, that was already, but the big one was like, how do I do inventory, try to sell it there? And
yeah,
because everything's one of a kind. So I can't, like, if I sell it at the market and someone else was trying to claim it, blah, blah, blah.
right.
But now the new one is like, well, I could only do it during the winter. I wouldn't be a big deal, but during the summer, I'm like, how the fudge would I mail that?
Yeah. Yeah, how do you and the inventorying is such
I mean,
a
I know people do, but I don't want to.
right. Well, they and also other people are making the same candle over and over again. It's not like they're taking the cups and then going to the farmer's market and then coming back and I wouldn't be able to keep up with pausing all the ones that need to be paused and then coming back, like
Well, I already do it anyway on Saturday evening because I take pictures of every candle, the ones that
okay.
I'm posting up there. But what
Oh,
I
okay.
do is I have a
Right.
folder in my phone that's candles, and then I move them into the sold one at the end of the day anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I'm already doing it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't want, but it couldn't be in real time. It would have to be like, I just don't sell any on Saturday. And if they're still available on Sunday and you've claimed it, then I can sell it to you, but it would all have to go through Instagram at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want it.
There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, but I don't have the will, I don't think.
That's the issue. My will is like,
My will's pretty low.
no, my will is like, meh. I'm actively trying to like live a will-free life for the rest of this year. The rest of this year, I'm just taking a chill pill because like everything's a mess anyways. Our industry is right now.
Yeah.
No sense in willing anything. I'm gonna will some other things. If Google corn if you Google cornflake jokes, Reddit comes up with blonde jokes. I'll take those.
That's funny.
Blonde jokes. Uh, Sunday morning sounds like a No Doubt song.
Is it?
Is it?
I think it might be.
Don't know.
Monday morning is. On Monday morning.
Oh yeah, on Sunday morning.
Is
Yeah,
it
okay.
Monday? I think it's Monday.
It is Monday, but it changing
I
it.
thought I knew you. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a new view. I had that
Oh,
album.
this was Natalie and Tara revisit songs of our youth corner. One
So
minute
well.
one minute warning to joke corner, so a little bit of business time again. We don't have a video coming out this week. We will be visiting the Gig Harbor Film Festival next week, starting on Thursday. So there's gonna be loads of content coming out on the Instagram. If you haven't followed Gig Harbor over on Instagram yet, please go and do, and you'll see we're gonna do a lot of collabing, which means it'll pop up in both places. But that way you get the full breadth of the thing. And yeah, the next episode is probably going to be Natalie trying these pumpkin flavored,
I'll write that down because I'm gonna forget it again.
but we could change it because we do what we do. We do what we want. Tara, I only date young dudes because no one my age can keep up with me. I'm so tired these days. Facts. Facts. Right now, I'm at like a peak of like, this was a lot of stuff going on. All right,
Yeah.
let's see this. Joke Corner. Joke Corner is where you go grab jokes from the internet, come back and write them for us. Copy paste. That's fine with me. Write the word joke really big at the beginning so I can find it when I scroll. If I'm not reading it, it's because there's a word in there it doesn't like that the bots are like against. So just change your threes to e's. I like one-liners, Natalie loves puns, and let's do this. I'm going to back up for Lito's joke here. What did the football say to the wide receiver?
Catch you later.
That's it. And he says, by the way, I'm feeling much better. Love you both.
Yay!
So glad. All right, scrolling back down. Christian Hansen. What happened when the football coach's dog ran onto the field during the game?
He made an amazing catch.
I think that's what actually happened.
He became the referee.
That's good. He got called for an eligible retriever downfield.
I like that. But see, that had insider knowledge that I didn't know what kind of dog it was.
And then he asked, why not live stream a film festival? We will. Sort of. We record and like really quickly put up interviews that we do with filmmakers. Live stream we can't do because the Wi-Fi is so inconsistent at all the film festivals we go to that we just don't want to count out. We used to live,
Yeah.
but it was just rough. David, how do you tell the gender of an ant?
This is an inappropriate question for this day and age. You ask them politely what they
Yeah, don't gender an ant. I've seen enough ants this year to know.
I don't know.
Put it in water. If it sinks, girl ant. If it floats,
Boy ant.
yes. David Faith, son, the son is speaking. Dad, I want to be in politics when I grow up. Dad, are you insane? Have you completely lost your mind? Are you a moron? Son, Forget it. There are way too many requirements.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, fair. Me. It doesn't have a tail, so I'm pretty sure it's a hamster. Tech support. Sigh. Fine. Right click on your hamster.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you have a wireless. Then it could be a hamster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. We got a big old jump. Okay. Clayton Gordon. I told a bad chemistry joke once. It didn't get a reaction. What's 1,000 times better than Instagram?
What?
Insta kilogram.
Okay. Okay.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you need professional help.
Hmm.
Most people don't know that the opposite of a croissant is actually a happy uncle.
Okay.
Croissant. The first rule of Condescension Club is complex, and I don't think you understand it, even if I explained it to you.
Rude. I don't want to be in your condescending club.
Ever notice how many towns are named after their water tower? Weird, right?
That's funny.
What do you take? Where do you take someone who was injured in a peekaboo accident?
The ICU.
Yes, that's it. Boom. David, why? So why is it that that when? Yep. So why is it that when Star Trek boldly goes where no one's gone before, they always find someone there?
Because it'd be boring if it was they didn't air those episodes.
Yeah, those are like they get there and there's like rocks and they're like, well, everyone
Cool.
lived, let's leave.
They
All
took a
the-
lot of pictures.
Does anybody have an owner's manual for a wife? Mine's making a whining sound.
Well, maybe it's because you think you're its owner.
Yeah, yeah, I foresee lots of issues there.
Maybe a user's manual might have been.
Yeah, yeah. I'm making a new documentary on how to fly a plane. We're currently filming the pilot.
Wah, wah, wah.
I got a job at a bakery because I needed dough
Congratulations.
for all David. Clayton Gordon, why are you happier when you keep a lot of pet fish in your house?
Why are you happier?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because of all the indoor fins.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
cute. That's cute.
I put a pair of glasses on and suddenly saw a fella in a suit of armor. They were night vision goggles.
There you go.
I think it's unfair that mothers and fathers only get one day, but sharks get a whole week. I agree. I agree. What color is the wind?
I don't know, but you can paint with all the colors of it.
You can pick with all the colors of it, but it would only be the color blue.
There you go. That makes sense.
Yeah. Teacher, Johnny, can you use the word gruesome in a sentence? Johnny, yes, ma'am. I used to be shorter than I
But
gruesome.
gruesome.
Gruesome. I won 3 million in the lottery and donated a quarter to charity. Now I have $2,999,999.75. Well done, sir. Well done. Joke. Atheist is a non-profit organization.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
it is.
That's when you guys see the spelling of it. Christian yoke this was a yoke, just so we're all aware. Who are the happiest people on the football game?
Who are the happiest people in the football game?
Oh, at the football game. At the
At the football game. I don't know, the winning team.
the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot of reasons to
they
be
at
happy.
least act like it.
Yeah. They may not be that happy. I finally told my psychiatrist about the voices in my head. She said, David, you don't have a psychiatrist.
How
Also,
many times do I have to tell you, David?
Ben, I asked my nephew if he wanted to play football. I'm now on the ground in pain, and he may not get cousins.
Oh,
I
he
botched that one.
didn't
Sorry, Ben.
understand.
Yesterday, my wife told me that the leftover chicken would make a great sandwich. I took it out of the fridge and waited, but the kid chicken did nothing. Had to make my own sandwich. Lame.
Lazy ass chicken.
Lame. Yes, chicken. Why did the sea monster eat 5 ships that were carrying potatoes?
Because it was potato chips.
Yeah, no one can eat just one potato chip. Bread is a lot like the sun. It rises in the east and sets in the west.
No waste. I was like, where's it? I didn't know where it was going. I was like,
I didn't know where it was going on there. I was like, where's this going to end?
I like it.
I accidentally used the dog shampoo today, and I'm feeling like such a good girl. I almost did that one
Oh,
time. That one, Luna had dog shampoo in the shower, and I didn't realize it. And like, I almost used her shampoo on my hair. I was like, oh, there's a dog on this.
there's the one that's mane and tail. It's for horses.
Yeah,
It's really good if you have fine hair to keep it
I
detangled.
use that. Yeah, that's what I put. Like, I can't use too much because it's really heavy, but I've been
Yeah.
using it since I was like a teenager for like
Yeah.
in my hair, especially. Um, I have the memory of an elephant. Once I went to the zoo and saw an elephant.
I have a memory of an elephant. Yes.
Just one elephant. This is what's in my memory. All right, here's our last one. Sad news. Oh, yeah, 2 more. Sad news. I broke up with my girlfriend, Lorraine. She found out I was seeing another girl, Claire Lee. Good news, though. I can see Claire Lee now.
Now,
Lorraine
because
is
Lorraine
gone.
is gone.
All right, here's our last one. We're going to call it Someone once told me, go for broke. I'm happy to report that I succeeded.
Yay! Success.
Success. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for our Shusha Secret Time. We'll be back next week. No interruption to our schedule, despite the pending film festival coming. And again, we're gonna have a lot of content coming out next week at the festival. So stay tuned on the Instagram for all of that. And I think we're getting close to being back to doing TikToks. We're getting there. We're putting
Yeah,
ducks in rows.
kind of.
Kinda, sorta. We'll keep you posted. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
End stream.
Do, do, do.